Okay, what's going on here? A can of Coke sinks in a beaker of water, but a can of Diet Coke floats? How can we explain this? One of the concepts we encounter a lot in chemistry is density, the relationship between a substance's mass and volume. Both of these cans are the same size and have the same volume. The text near the bottom of the cans tells us they're approximately 355 milliliters. Using a digital scale, we can measure the mass of these cans. The can of Diet Coke is about 15 grams less than the other can. From these masses and volumes, we can calculate the densities of each can. We find that the density of Diet Coke is about 0.04 grams per milliliter lower than the density of regular Coke. This difference is enough to result in one can floating in a beaker of water and the other sinking. Where does this difference in density come from? Well, one can contains 39 grams of added sugars, which greatly increases the density of the liquid in the can. To take another look at density, I'll show you how 4 transparent liquids arrange themselves based on density. The 4 liquids I'm using here are glycerol, ethylene glycol, silicone oil, and mineral oil. Most of these liquids are immiscible, meaning that they won't mix with each other. So as I pour them into this tube, you can see layers form. I say that they're mostly immiscible, but actually the glycerol and ethylene glycol will mix. It just takes a decent amount of stirring to happen. You can find a lot of videos of similar demos using colored liquids, for example, olive oil and water. What I really like about these transparent liquids is that you can only see the different layers based on the interface between adjacent layers. This doesn't teach you anything special about density, but I think it looks really cool. The different densities of these 4 liquids explain the ordering of the layers. Glycerol is the most dense, so it sinks to the bottom. Mineral oil is the least dense, so it floats. If I take this tube and gently mix it, we can see that the layers swirl, but do not mix. Letting it sit for a few minutes allows the layers to reform. If I take the tube and mix it up a lot, you can see that the layers are much more thoroughly dispersed. Letting it sit for about 10 minutes, we only see 3 layers form this time. The glycerol and ethylene glycol layers have mixed, forming a new layer with a density somewhere in between their 2 original densities.